Alright everybody, welcome back to another vlog, and in today's vlog I'm going to be showing you 3 PCs that you can build at 3 different price points. So this first one here is a $500 price point, then we have a $1,000 and a $1,500. So the first one here that we have is a $500 price point, as you can see, $597.88. Okay, so with $6 shipping, and I think on Amazon they actually might have everything. Nope, they don't have our case or our RAM, so whatever. Anyway, so the first one here that we have is the Ryzen 5 2600. Now I chose this processor because I have the 2600X, and I really like my 2600X because you can overclock it because it is a Ryzen CPU, and it includes a stock cooler too, so that's nice that we can get a stock cooler with it. So we probably could have gone with the 2600X, but I thought I would spend the $20 more in different spots. Now here we have my motherboard here, which is the Strix B450F gaming motherboard. Now I squeezed this in at the last second versus the Tomahawk because I decided that this one gave you more upgradability in the future, because you could upgrade to 4 RAM slots, you could get more expansion cards, obviously you could get another SATA device, a few more M.2s. So that's kind of why I chose this one over the Tomahawk. And then here is our RAM. Now we did kind of cheap out on our RAM, so this was kind of more, it's a little slow for Ryzen, but it was a good price because if we went with it was G-Scale, they had a 16 gigabyte kit for $62, and I didn't want to go with that kit because we were $2 over budget, and I tried my very best. All of these are under budget, so and I felt like 8 was a little, not very much, so that's kind of why I came to this RAM. Now the next storage here that we have is a mechanical hard drive, because, you know, basically your mass storage. Now it's only 1 terabyte just because we couldn't really afford a 2 terabyte hard drive in this build. We could in the next build, but not in this one. And it's still, hard drive is great. But we have a 240 gig drive, which you could put, what? This is only a 120. Oh, okay. I guess it's a 120. Anyway, you can still put your Windows on here, and that's pretty much it. This is, your hard drive's really your main storage. Now, we actually got a 550 in here, which I thought was pretty impressive. Now I kind of had to kind of redo my system here after I decided to bring in the 550. I was originally going to do a 1030, but then I decided to spend the extra money and get the 550. And then we have this case here. Now it's kind of an ugly case. It comes with no fans, which we did get fans. So $36.98 I thought was a decent deal. I mean, obviously you kind of would want to upgrade this as soon as you can. This is just kind of one of those starter cases. And then we have our 550 watt power supply. Actually, it's a 500 watt power supply, but I kind of chose this one because it was 80 plus bronze at least. It was from a pretty good power supply manufacturer. EVGA is a very good power supply manufacturer, and it has all black cables, which I really liked. I mean, all black cables was basically, the seller for this one. And then the last thing that we have is 6 of these very nice Arctic fans to fill up our case. And as you can see, total is $597.88. So the next system here that we have is our $1,000 budget system. And I'm pretty proud of this one. But now the only problem is BIOS update. So hopefully you have another CPU. If not, then you might want to change out your motherboard. But the first one that we have here is the 2600X. Now, around Black Friday, you can get this thing for like $120. So, I know it's only February, but you might want to wait if you're going to buy this one. But either way, still great CPU. The one I have right now in my current system, so really like that. Then we have hello. Oh no. Add. Okay, we got a problem. Alright, everybody, I redid the build. And so we have the 2600X, of course. Now, I went with the Deepcool Captain 360XE because, one, I felt like a $1,000 system deserved an AIO. And 2, it comes with 2 light strips, which I thought was just amazing. Now, I chose our ASRock X370 killer SLI AM4 motherboard. Now, I chose this one because, one, it was a little cheaper than I would have liked to spend on a motherboard. And it was honestly not because of budget problems. It was, one, it drew me in because it can support SLI and Crossfire. And also, it drew me in because it had included Wi-Fi. Now, I was going to include a Wi-Fi card for the system, but I decided to downgrade my motherboard to the ASRock X370 and take advantage of the included Wi-Fi. Now, we have G-Scale Ripjaws V-Series, 16 gigabytes. Now, only 3200, which I would definitely probably recommend going for faster memory for your Ryzen processor. But because of budget issues, kind of what I wanted with some of the things coming up, I decided to stay at the $73 price point and go with G-Scale Ripjaws because it still looked very good. Now, the next drive that we have 2 drives in the system, and we have a Kingston A400 solid state drive. Now, I know it's only 120 gigabytes, which I would have liked more, but we have a 2 terabyte hard drives to go with that. So I think that should be enough space. If it's not, you could always upgrade in the future, but I thought that was enough storage for right now because I really wanted to take 2 Radeon cards in Crossfire. Now, I have used this card many times in my builds before, like not like physically, but like it's gotten good reviews. And it looks pretty cool, so that's kind of why I chose it. And I like the $120 price point. Now, the next case that we have is a Corsair Carbide Series 275R. And I chose this one because, one, it includes 2 fans, which I think is pretty cool. 2 fans, so yeah, that's kind of, cool. And then we have we have our Deep Cool Rad at the front. And I would have liked to add another fan, actually, so I'm going to do that. Okay, everybody. So, I now got an extra fan in there, so now we have 6 fans in our case. I thought 6. I thought if we could fill it at 6, 1, I wanted 6, and 2, I thought if we could fill it at 6 with a $500 budget, we could probably do it with a $1,000 budget. Now, I did change our power supply, which is an EVGA Supernova 650 watt, 80 plus gold, fully modular. I thought $100,000, fully modular, of course. So, normally 110. Got a rebate there, which I think is really cool. And then I wanted to include the sound card just because I love my sound card like so much. But like, I mean, you can get cheaper ones. This was just the cheapest one that they had, and my sound card works perfectly. Which I got for like $15. But like, I mean, go with the $40 one. Go with it. And then our last one here is just a Rose Will 120mm fan to fill that space. So 89 plus a 8 for a Crossfire bridge. So that brings us to $997, which is really great. Now, our last build that we have today is a $1,500 build, and as you can see, $1,490, so $1,498 because of our Crossfire bridge, which we're using the same one, so we don't need to go over it. But we have the AMD Ryzen 3700X, 8 cores, only 2 more cores than our last build, but totally fine. Same cooler, same reasons. I mean, obviously, light strips are a great bonus. And then 360, obviously. I mean, then we have the Gaming Edge, has Wi-Fi compatibility like that. Upgrade. Now we still have 16 gigabytes of RAM, which it's RGB and Corsair this time, so that's pretty cool to get RGB RAM this time. Now, this one, we got a 500 gigabyte SSD this time, which I think is really great. And then we have the same 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda. Same thing, because I really like that one. And then we have the video card I have, which is a great video card. Obviously, the back plate is really great as well. And it is a RX 580. This time they're 8 gigabyte cards instead of 4 gigabyte cards. So yeah, MSI makes great cards. Then we have the Fractal Design Meshify C, which is a really great case. I looked at getting this case, but didn't get it. I should have got the white version, but it comes with 1 fan in the back, and then these 2 Fractal Design fans would go on the top, and then your 360 would go in the front to fill that out. And then we have Corsair RMX 750 watt power supply, 80 plus gold, fully modular. So yeah, that's pretty much all the parts. So guys, I want to thank you for watching this video, and have a great and fantastic rest of your day. Alright, everybody, I have drew a very complicated sketch, as you can see. So here is the desk. It is going to be in this shape. Kind of an odd shape there. But basically, so our motherboard is going to be like over here. And our power supply is going to be over there. Because then what we can do is we'll have our cables should be close enough. We will have our reservoirs kind of about here. And then we will have 6 fans going across the top here. Just because we had 30 fans and only 17 of them go on radiators. Actually, technically, we had 34 fans, and technically, let's see, 17 plus 4 is 22. Wait. No, sorry, 21. But anyway, yeah, so 21 of them go in radiators out of 34, so we obviously needed to make space. And then here are some more extra fans that go to the 120, and then we'll have another fan there. So those two obviously go together with that Commander Pro. And then here are our light strips. They're not a good spot at the moment, but our Node Pro is there, and then another Commander Pro. Then we have our 50s here. Two 360s to complete that with a node and a commander. Actually not a node, I'm sorry, a hub. And then here's just some more fans. And then we have 480s, 240s, basically. So yeah, that's kind of like the entire layout, guys. So I want to thank you for watching, and have a great, fantastic rest of your day. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I'll probably, I don't know, I'm going to order the GPU connector basically right now. Well, actually, hopefully, because I do want to order a water bottle from their website as well. So just, do it a 2-in-1. Thanks for watching, and in the next week, we're going to lay everything out, just make sure we got everything working out. And then we will hopefully see the GPU connector in next week.
Go.